Hey there, hi there, Aries, and welcome to your July reading, Dreams and Love. Okay, so first up, we have the morning. Good morning, Aries. The world awaits you. Wow. Okay, so we're just really just getting started here. But it's like you're like underwater. It's like you're a mermaid underwater. You're like under a lot of like influence, people's feelings really just like power in like on your mornings and your mornings. I hope our paths will cross again in the future. Wow. Okay. So somebody hopes your paths will cross again. We also have here the empty room. Wow. I love how this is like starting off with like a bedroom underwater, like a mermaid. You got the water, can see through a window with the fish. She's waking up. She's just starting her day. And then you have the empty room. Wow. Okay. I think a lot of people probably in your life start off with like an emptiness, right? They're in an empty space. They don't know what to do, how to feel the void that's growing. And here you are just waking up ready to like enter a room, an empty room, and fill it with like all this like beautiful like energy. I feel like you fill a space with beauty. Yeah, this is a sorrow. This is loss. This is grief and depression. Okay, that fits the empty room perfectly. Okay, because it's a dark space. It's a place where people just feel like, how do I turn this like negative space like in your mind into something like more positive. And I think that the sorrow, the loss, the grief, the depression is like that person is sitting in the room feeling this way. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, the desert. Wow, Aries. Oh my gosh. Their hands are like reaching out of the sand, like, please, like praying, like, please to the moon, okay? Like, help me get out of here. And the moon is a very symbolic sign of feelings and emotions. Um, we've got, yeah, Page of Cups, somebody looking up to the sky here. There's a person's feet hanging from the air with a bowl, and a pig flying, right? There's the flames here. The hands are making that like heart emoji, hands emoji with the heart symbol. Okay, somebody has a lot of love to give you. Okay, I also feel like there are two people that you've sort of kind of like grown like accustomed to, or like you grow not even like accustomed, I don't even know, like I think these two people are people that are like you're learning more about. One person you know more about than the other though, but it has to do with love for sure. These two people share something in common. I think it's a like a love for you or love for each other. um okay, yeah, here we got the Three of Hearts. Wow. Okay, look at these little cute lollipops. Three cake pop, heart shaped cake pops or lollipops here. Okay, all tied together with one perfect little bow. Um, Aries, there's definitely some like energy here where I feel like in the past you were left alone to sort of find your own cure for your own sadness. And now you can like wake up from that feeling and sort of bring happiness to your life, even when you know that there's some loss, some grief, or some depression like looming in the background. You can still bring yourself above it. And I think you can also find help from like other people too. I feel like the Page of Cups is like bringing in that feeling that, you know, you're not alone in this. Like you can reach out to others for a more positive perspective on the situation. Um, wow. Yeah. Okay. The Oracle. Yeah, forecast. I am the oracle. My intuitive insights flow freely. Wow. Okay, so there's definitely two individuals. I feel like one is more like been more open with you than the other so far, but the other one is coming in soon. I feel like the oracle is definitely like you and like how these people see you, how you forecast a future, how you like forecast like the negative, like bad, turbulent, stormy weather, emotional hurricanes of energy with the more sunny, more positive days. And so, what are you going to do with all this beautiful energy? Oh my God, picture of me with my tarot cards. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I think you're gonna like bake a pie or something, Queen of Presents. I think you're like baking yourself like into something sweet. Like you're giving yourself like almost like a mental makeover. I feel like you are baking yourself a treat. Like you're giving yourself the presents you need, the energy you need, the gifts you need. You're not like saying no really to anything. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie with Jim Carrey, Yes Man, but I feel like you've gone through this place in yourself in your life where you've like always said no to everything, but now you're saying yes to everything, which isn't always a good thing. You know, you have to use discernment, you have to use, logic and reasoning, but I think it's going to end up creating something that is really truly uniquely and beautifully like good for you. um yeah, eight of presence, like even more energy of presence here, even more energy of like giving yourself what you need, like nurturing yourself, doing like a cleansing of the soul, of the mind, of the spirit, really reevaluating like everything that you've been through this past year. Even I feel like July isn't just the start of like a month for you. I think it's the start of a new life for yourself. Oh, wow. Look at this. The lovers. Yeah, you're meeting somebody here. You're meeting your match. You're meeting that, person that is really going to really truly embrace you for all your beauty and all your unique talents. Okay. Jack Skellington is like, he's like the fool, right? He wants to seek adventure, he wants to like take risks, he wants to have challenges for himself. And Sally is the high priestess. She's the one with the intuitions like, okay, Jack, maybe slow down a little bit, and trust your intuition and like learn from the process as you go. So as you give to yourself, your person is going to see that. Is going to see that you're giving yourself respect. Is going to see that you're trusting yourself. Is going to see that you're loving on yourself. And they're going to respond to that energy. They're going to respond to you. Wow, we have the Venom. Oh my God, how many of you have seen Venom, that movie? I think there's like three of them or four of them. I'm not sure exactly if that actor Tom Hardy plays in there. I don't know if any of you seen Mobland. It's like a show where he is like a hitman for a mob family. It's a really good show. It just um, wrapped up its first season, but I definitely highly recommend watching because it's like the same character he plays in Venom. But anyways, Venom is like your shadow self, okay? And there's this message that I was saying like weeks ago about like shadowy ass people. And I don't mean like just shallow base material people that don't look into their inner darkness, their inner depth, their like dark fade, their dark side. Okay, I'm not saying like turn into like an evil monstrous person and like do like fucked up shit to people. I'm talking about like releasing that wild side, releasing that part of yourself that's opening yourself up to seeing new possibilities and taking risks and chances on yourself. Okay, and this venomy like side to yourself uh isn't someone who is like materialistic or shallow, okay? They're actually quite like the opposite of that. Um Okay, so this message anyway of like these shadowy people, okay? These are people who like have tapped into such a darkness that, oh my god. These are people that have tapped into such a darkness that they're not operating from a balanced place. Like they're not like the I don't know how to put it. Like they're not like the anti-hero. They're not like the person who's like doing a bad thing for a greater good, you know, like Robin Hood or something like that, or like even the character from Venom, right? um where he knows like an evil person is like preying on the innocent, preying on the weak, and so he uses his monstrous powers to protect those. That This is someone who knows that they have a dark side and lets that influence all their decision making processes and literally influences their behavior to the part where they're hurting innocent people. That's what I mean by shadowy ass people, okay? They don't ever operate from a place of love and light. They don't see how like this dark wild side is like cool and mysterious and fun and like maybe flirty in certain like situations. This is someone who has like taken advantage of people who are operating and letting their shadow side a little bit out. And it's like a scary process. Like it's scary to be a little vulnerable. It's scary to be a little wild, especially when you're like been told your whole life you need to be reserved and you need to be quiet and you need to like not say or do anything that might be too provocative, or you know, it's like that thing where you know girls in mini skirts are like asking for it. Like people who say those things are shadowy ass people. Like what are your intentions with saying that? What are your intentions with implying that? Like you're not trying to protect the innocent. You're not trying to stand up for what's right. You're just operating from a place where you know people will like travel into a more like risky side to life, and they're doing it because they think they're safe to do it. They think that there are people around them that are going to protect them, and then they quickly find out that that are prey for monstrous villainous types. Okay, that's what I mean by shadowy ass people. Those monsters that lurk in the shadows, waiting for you to venture out there, waiting to take advantage of you. That's why you need to set up safeguards and boundaries and protections and rules so that you know when to be aware of those people lurking in the shadows. So this venom is definitely going to protect you. Okay, kind of like a scorpion, sort of. Maybe you have some Scorpio energy in your chart or something like that. But you're not afraid to sting those enemies that are trying to come at you. Okay. Um, um Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Yeah, again, it's that playful side. You know, you've got the woman dancing in the cup of champagne here. Okay, so it's like you can celebrate, you can say cheers, you can have a good time. Okay, like not to the point where you're like risking your life. Okay, not to the point where you're like doing something super dangerous and like destroying your very like humanity. Okay, like this is something where, and you're not risking your like morals and your values, but you are like showing a more playful, fun, energetic side to yourself, and that's opening up this whole new like entire world for you. Okay, Aries, forgot what sign I was doing for a second there. Okay. Ask your angels. Okay. So whenever you're in doubt, whenever there's doubt creeping in your mind, whenever you're second guessing yourself, whenever you're like taking a chance, there's always that voice in the back of your head that's like, oh, maybe you can't do it, or maybe you're going to fail or whatever. Ask your angels. Okay. Because they will silence that dark voice in your head that's like, oh my gosh, you can't do it. It's not going to work for you. And they will lead you down the right path. They will lead you into the light. They will make sure that you are guided carefully out of any dark, sticky situations. Because sometimes we can't always like avoid traveling in the shadow world. Sometimes we can always avoid seeing what nightmares lurk within the dreams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting all inception here, okay? Um, whoa. That's a flying car. All right, this one just like flew right out of my hands. Homeward, take yourself out on a date. Oh my gosh, yes. So you have this woman here drinking some coffee or tea, and her little sweet spirit guide in the form of a little cute dove is dropping, by to send her a beautiful little message of hope, because that's what doves represent, hope. So peace and hope, right? So, you know, taking yourself out on a date, getting dressed up, making yourself feel good, putting on some makeup, whatever it is, your favorite jewelry, your favorite bag, your favorite outfit, and going out and just like seeing a new place, experiencing a new place, going and trying some new food somewhere, going on a walk to some place that you really were like really wanting to go explore sometime, like going and seeing your favorite movie or a new movie that's out that's really interesting for you. Like, these are things that you can do for yourself. Okay, you don't need to have somebody going and doing these things with you. Okay. um but it's important for you to just realize that, like, there are going to be people that want certain things from you, but they don't want to invest like 100% or 100, or even some of them don't even want to invest 80 or 75% into you getting the love that you deserve or the respect that you deserve. So when you're in that playful mood and mindset, and other people aren't like entertaining it with you, or they're not like on the same wavelength as you, or it's taking them some time to catch up with you, you can start that process all on your own. And eventually, eventually that person who is seeing eye to eye with you, who gets you, who understands where you're coming from and where you want to go, is going to catch up with you. Okay. So don't worry so much about like finding the right person, or, when that person's going to show up in your life. In the meantime, just spend some time with yourself, really just bringing hope and peace into your life, because those things are hard enough as it is, especially when you're trying to be a little playful, like you're trying to take a little bit more risk, you're trying some new things out. Maybe you're trying a new haircut, new nail polish, I don't know, like whatever the vibe is, and you're not getting like all the support that you want for that to happen. So it's a little hard. People are still catching up with you. So while they're playing catch up and while they're not really like on the same wavelength as you at this time, you can still know that it's coming, it's happening, but you're going to be taking yourself out on that date, and you're perfectly confident and fine with that. Okay, Aries, that is what I have for you. Love and light always. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Leave me a like. Leave me beautiful, lovely comments and cute, funny emojis. I love all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light always. Bye.